2 days down and just 58 to go in the 2018 legislative session, which means only 58 more days until Richard Corcoran can start raising money for his fictional gubernatorial campaign. Why are you looking at me like that?
Did you get a haircut?
I did, actually. Yes. Thank you for noticing. I've got a cowlick like right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I went to the hairdresser.
Yeah.
I'm a TV star, so I have a hairdresser now. I used to just go to the barber shop.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, her name's Katie, and I'm like, can you do something about this cowlick right here? It's just kind of like in my way, and she's like, I can't cut the cowlick, and I'm like, why not cut the cowlick? And she said, do you know why she wouldn't cut it?
I can only imagine, but why don't you tell me?
She didn't want me to have a bowl cut like Adam Putnam.
Oh my goodness.
Right? It's not good. It's not good.
I-
Bowl cuts aren't good for
Solid
television.
roast that I walked right into.
Solid roast. Anyway, that's what my kid says all the time. Solid roast. I'm told that's a really cool thing to say nowadays.
Well,
Anyway,
a solid roast is not good for television. It's not going to get Adam Putnam on our show. I just want to point that out.
are you saying he's too thin-skinned or something? He's just not gonna. He's too afraid to come on. We'll mock him too much.
Well, would you? I mean, let's be honest. Let's think about it. Be nice. Be nice and talk about how great his hair is. He's a redhead.
He's tough. He can take it.
Okay.
He might need a new haircut. Adam Putnam could, he could use a new haircut.
Right.
But what he doesn't need right now is a well-funded opponent with the ability to go to his right in a Republican primary. Good segue, huh?
Very good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
But that's exactly what Putnam got last Friday when Congressman Ron DeSantis formally announced his candidacy for governor.
Do you really think Ron DeSantis represents a serious threat to Adam Putnam?
I do.
Do
I
you?
totally do. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. Yes. I think the biggest challenge for Putnam is that there isn't a lot you can attack Ron DeSantis for right now. We can get deeper into their respective resumes, and it probably will in this monologue.
Right.
But DeSantis has only been a United States congressman since January of 2013. Adam Putnam's response to his announcement getting in the race was to call Ron DeSantis a D.C. insider.
But he is, though, by any modern standard, DeSantis has been there for multiple terms now. He went on Fox News. He didn't announce it from Florida. He announces from Fox News that he's going to run for governor of Florida. I mean, he wasn't even in the state when he made the announcement.
There's a big audience that watches Fox News that lives here in Florida.
But
97% of the villages, I think.
Okay, so you're probably right. But he does make the announcement, and Putnam calls him a DC insider. Mistake or no?
Yes, he made a serious mistake, I
Kind
think.
of a pot and black kettle, that kind of stuff. Yeah, all
Pot
that.
calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
I think Putnam's walking into a trap. I think by attacking Ron DeSantis for serving in Congress for 3 terms, just opens him up to a counterpunch from DeSantis. Because, yeah.
Putnam was in Congress for 10 years.
Correct, longer. So he's got two additional terms worth of votes that can be used against him. And these are votes, when Putnam was in, they're votes that happened a decade ago when the definition of what it means to be a conservative is radically different than what it means today. We're now in a post-Trump world, and votes that maybe were cast in the light of 2008 or so, they might have seemed conservative then, but the ground has shifted. So it's just a different ballgame now. That's my take on it. Anyway.
I will agree with you on that. And so
There's another important difference, too. Putnam, when he was a very young, a kid, I'd call him. I mean, he was. And
he was a younger man. I don't think it's fair to call a guy in Congress a kid.
well,
He was a
you
younger
can
man.
look at the video. We'll have to throw some video up here.
We're pretty happy about what we're doing in Polk County right now.
Adam Putnam got elected as a Polk County lawmaker at the age of 22. Back then, they called him Opie, and by the age of 26, they sent him to Congress.
Holy cow, look at all these people. I'm just happy to be here. They can put me in a broom closet.
He's a kid.
He's a younger man.
I mean, look at those glasses.
All right, he's a younger man.
Okay. So
I'd like him to be on the show.
But in his defense, he's in Congress at that point. He's probably not thinking, I'm going to run for governor in 10 or 15 years. It's one of those things you might put on a list of someday goals.
Sure.
But he's not sitting in Congress during that time period of his life, checking boxes and making sure he's casting votes for governor to set himself up for a big race. He's probably trying to be as diligent as he can, making the right votes, trying to survive in D.C. But if you contrast that with Ron DeSantis and his from 2013 on,
right?
DeSantis has probably been in D.C. for a long time now with his eye on the prize, which is the governor's mansion in Florida, and the votes that he cast are made with that in mind. So he's been able to sort of play defense with regard to his votes in a much better way than Putnam probably did in the early 2000s. So it's going to be very, very tough, I think.
So do you think the last thing that Putnam wants to do is turn this race into a comparison of their congressional records? Because, I mean, that's pretty much kind of, it's coming.
Well,
so to call him a DC insider just really brings light to that, I
well,
think.
Ann, come on. I don't give out political advice for free.
How would you attack DeSantis?
I'm a respected political strategist in this town.
But you used to be a political communication strategist.
Right. But I was never the brains. I was always the muscle man more than the brains.
So a hitman, not the shot caller? Is that what you mean?
I've called a few shots here and there.
So, no advice then for Putnam
Anything.
as to how we can attack DeSantis?
Anything's better than calling him a DC insider because it opens Putnam up. But DeSantis went to Yale for undergrad and Harvard Law. So just off the cuff, if I'm Putnam, I'm calling him an Ivy League elitist,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Pinky up in the air and all that stuff.
Got it.
Monologue, wow, wow, wow. Eli, yeah. Monologue, wow, wow, wow. Our team can never fail.
There's no chance he can counterpunch against that. Putnam went to the University of Florida. Compared to the Ivy League, Putnam's a complete redneck.
Time out. Are you going to call Gator Nation a bunch of rednecks?
They're not?
Oh, my goodness.
I got video. I got loads of video.
That's enough, man! We should be in Gainesville! Forget it, man! I'm done! Forget it! Doesn't make any sense!
Check this dude out. Gator Nation right there.
Sense! Go to Gainesville! Get out of there now and save your show! Ah!
Monologue, wow, wow, wow.
It's a no-brainer. And just tell Amanda Beavis over at the Putnam campaign, just the advice is free. I'm not going to bill her for this stuff.
I don't think she'd pay anyways.
She probably won't. But now we have to take a quick commercial timeout. And when we come back, we're going to rub Chris Dudley's nose in his prediction that DeSantis wouldn't get into the race. And we'll ask Katie Webb to go out on a limb and make a prediction of her own. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.